Chill. So it looks like Keith Lee may have possibly destroyed his short-lived career after he went off on Taraji P Henson for not knowing who he was. Taraji didn't let the disrespect slide either, and she fired back at him and accused him of being an arrogant man with a bruised ego. This was the last thing people expected from Keith, because he always comes off as a very kind person and puts up this front of being a humble Christian family man who respects everybody. However, he recently got into it with Taraji after he showed everyone his true colors, and people are not having it. A lot of people are now also calling him arrogant and demanding that his platform get snatched away from him and to be given to humble content creators before the fame gets into his head more than it already has. Now, I know most of y'all are just as shocked as I am about this entire mess, because Keith Lee was the last person that any of us were expected to be mixed up in some drama. Now, for those of y'all who don't know who Keith Lee is, he's a popular TikTok content creator who does food reviews for restaurants all over the US. One good review from him can single-handedly revive a business and bring them tons of customers. That's how powerful he is. He's gained a huge following over these past couple of years and has even been featured on some of the hugest publications, including Rolling Stones. However, he got himself mixed up in some drama a couple days ago when he and his wife Ronnie Lee were invited to the BET Awards as special guests and even given front row seats. And y'all already know this is a very big deal because those seats are usually only reserved for A-list celebrities, not TikTokers. Anyway, this was just the start of it because things escalated very quickly from there when Taraji appeared on stage as the host for the night. Now, at some point during her hosting, she started having a flower game with some of the celebrities in the audience by handing them roses, and things were going well until she got to Keith, who was sitting next to his wife and the popular YouTuber Jordan Howlett. When Taraji got there, she walked right past Keith and handed the rose to Jordan because she thought Jordan was Keith. The moment she realized she had them mixed up, she immediately apologized and gave the rose to Keith. However, Keith was very visibly upset and uncomfortable by this, and after that, he still accepted the rose just so he wouldn't make things worse than they already are. Now, even though Keith kept his composure here, he was actually very annoyed that Taraji didn't know who he was, and he wasted no time making it known. Once he got home, he recorded a TikTok video of himself throwing the flower that Taraji gave him away and added a shady caption that said, "Our name will be known in every room it's supposed to, and how it's supposed to, when, no confusion. God is amazing. Hashtag thankful." And baby, people were not here for this at all, and they wasted no time in dragging him for being arrogant. One person said, "Stop acting like a child, as if an A-list celebrity is supposed to know about a car food review guy." Another person said, "Humble yourself. I ain't finna argue with no one over my comment. I said what the F I said. He'll lose a bigger following than Taraji ever will. A mistake is just that."
Keith Lee was not happy. He wasn't happy. Taraji P Henson, I guess, made a mistake. Called someone else Keith Lee. She was doing her little, improv with the microphone. By the way, Taraji, you did a wonderful job. You look good as hell. We love Taraji. And she made a little mistake, but it was comedy. Keith, come on now. You should have been like, hey, you know what? That's all right. Sometimes black people do look alike. But Keith got upset. They gave him a rose, and he recorded himself throwing the rose down because he felt disrespected. He threw the rose on the ground. Man, Keith, come on. And Keith is going to make a new video going, "The other day I was at the BET Awards, and I was having a good time. I could not wait. Then Taraji P Henson, she called someone else Keith Lee. I was upset. So I said, you know what? Let me just hold it back. I'm not going to say nothing." Then she gave me a rose. I didn't like that rose. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give this a 2.5 out of 10. I didn't appreciate it.
And man, he ain't tell a single lie, because that's exactly what Keith did. He deleted the video of him throwing the rose away and decided to do some damage control by making a lengthy video explaining why he threw the flower away at all. But this video did not help his case, and he ended up deleting that one too because it only made the backlash worse. In his damage control video, he blamed the entire thing on BET and his apparent social anxiety. He said he and his wife were moved from their original seat at the very last minute and made to sit in a different place, which is why Taraji got him and Jordan mixed up. He also said he's made it clear numerous times that he has social anxiety, so the fact that BET would put him in such an uncomfortable situation was unacceptable.
And for me just to get out and be in that moment was more than enough for me. So to take me and my wife out of our seats, put us in different seats, give Taraji no direction to who we are or what we do, felt extremely unprepared and unprofessional to me. I'm personally a fan of Taraji. I've been for years and I always will be. I love to see her get the recognition that she deserved in that moment and had a platform and a stage that she's always deserved. For this situation to take away from her moment and our moment was unfair to both of us.
He also addressed a video that was going around of his wife making a stank face while Taraji was flirting with him. He said the video was taken out of context to make his wife come off in a certain way, and that the allegations that people are throwing out about him being arrogant and allowing fame to get to his head are not true.
Another example of this is a picture of my wife has been going around, and it was a small part caught from an entire moment to make it seem like she had an attitude with Taraji. My wife and myself understand the flirting that Taraji was doing was fully improv and fully joke. It was a hard situation for all of us to be in. We fully understand she made it up on the fly. I was there to just enjoy the show. I was invited. No situations and in life in general. I never longed for the spotlight. If I wanted the spotlight, I would have accepted a quarter of the opportunities that's been presented to us. But none of those opportunities were for me or my family. If you understand that, you understand it. If you don't, I'm okay with that. I'm always gonna be myself. I've always been myself. Nothing about this journey, about this ride, about where we at or where we gonna be is gonna change me. Never have and never will. Never once was I upset that Taraji didn't know who I was. Everything that's for me will be for me. Everything that's for my family will be for my family. Everything that's for you will be for you. When it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be, with no confusion. I said that last night and that was still misconstrued, and I stand on it 1,000%. Whatever room I'm supposed to be in, whoever's supposed to know me, whenever they're supposed to know me, it will happen how it's supposed to happen. Last night, while I appreciate the opportunity, it wasn't my moment, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. And for every single person that's been on this journey with me and that's still on this journey with me, I'm forever grateful. I appreciate y'all. I can't say it enough. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. We all humans. We all make mistakes. It is what it is. I just wish they would have set both of us up for most success in that situation. That's it.
Now, Taraji was initially quiet about this whole mess, but she saw Keith and his fans dragging the situation and making it bigger than it was supposed to be. So she jumped on IG and fired back at him. She said, "Life is too short for this behavior. He wasn't in his seat. They give celebrities assigned seats. I rehearsed all damn day to go hit my mark, and that young man wasn't in his seat, so he missed his moment. His ego is hurt. He will be fine. I cleaned it up at the end of the show. No love lost here. God bless." A lot of people rallied behind Taraji and agreed that the reason he was acting like this is because his ego was hurt. Other people came to his defense and said he had every right to throw the flower away because Taraji had no business flirting with him, especially since she knew good and well that he's married with kids. One person said, "You were wrong to throw Taraji's rose on the ground. You can't get mad at her because she honestly didn't know who you were. We can't expect that these celebrities are aware of social media influencers. She doesn't follow you or Jordan, so how the heck was she supposed to know who was who? In fact, she was probably reading off the teleprompter, which tells her what to say, but doesn't tell her who the person is." Another person said, "Don't listen to the comments about staying humble. You honored your wife regardless of who made the joke. It was in poor taste. You and your wife had beautiful complimentary outfits, even if Taraji didn't know it was you. It was apparent to any reasonable person that the queen sitting next to you was your date. Plus, sorry if a person can memorize multiple lines and songs to make moves, she should be able to remember the production sketch where everyone is." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Keith getting bashed for being arrogant? And do y'all think he had the right to react the way he did? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.